What a treat to evaluate Tatiana! And if I said Chipper any more times, it would go over time, and we can't do that. This is her fourth speech from the Storytelling Manual, one of the advanced manuals, and this one is focusing on the touching story. For this project, the speaker was to prepare and present an original story designed to evoke emotion among listeners, using description and dialogue. Not to use notes whatsoever. I think you nailed the goals of this speech 100%. It's an outstanding speech called A Second Chance. I loved your beginning. You started with a low voice. You asked me, by the way, she asked me to look at her body movements and the use of her hands and see if she thought that was as appropriate as it might have been, and I thought it really was very appropriate, as well as your voice. You started with a low voice to kind of bring us in. Once upon a time there was a white goose. What a wonderful way to start. And move into this very original story. You used the front of the stage here beautifully. We got the feeling of you walking around the pond. I love the name Gosha. And I loved the story of Gosha as a protector, and the fact that the geese disappeared, but he was there. Now, one of the things I wondered about, and you might think about if you were going to do this again, you kept calling him he, and I wondered, how does Tatiana know that the goose is a he? Well, it turned out that was a rhetorical device on your part, because you had us in suspense. And sure enough, only a he could make little white goslings. I think I know my One area you might have improved on a little bit is the dialogue. That I think you had some dialogue between you and your husband. And you could have fleshed that out more and made that more dramatic, because it was mostly a narrative. So I think that could have been more interesting, and you might have been more gripping. You also might have gotten back to the title of your speech, A Second Chance at the End, which you really didn't do. These are small, very small points. Look forward to your next outstanding speech. Mr. Dutchmeister.